Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on certain combinations including your ascendant chart, your Navamsa chart, combination of different nakshatra or different alignments of the panchang. This could be tithi and the var. So which could give you some sort of difficulties or complication in the matters of love, romance and relationship, because you know that in astrology or in our planetary alignments, it just gives answer to the seed sown by us in the past, in some past lifetime only, which we are reaping in this lifetime. And friends, when I say something like suffering in the domain of the Venus, in the domain of the love, romance, art or devotion, so we all have those jubilant examples like of Mirabai as well. So Mirabai also suffered on a humanly plane because of her devotion to the Lord, to the Almighty. So but that suffering was meant to give her her highest spiritual potential. So all what I'm trying to say over here is that watch this video with that openness, that let's say for example, if you are right now going through any adjustments in the life where your love is not being reciprocated, there have been those issues of the abandonment or some betrayal in the matters of the love. So what you can do in order to mend or repair those issues so that this pattern shall not keep on repeating in different lifetimes. And those who are very young or very new, so friends, let me make this thing very clear. In astrology, there are many cancellation combination as well. So if you watch this video, you are of that young impressionable age, I do not want you to be in this mindset that, oh my god, I have this combination in my chart, then that means I shall not get into any relationship. This is not what the objective of this video is. And also you do not know whether you are reading your chart correctly or not. This video is meant to cater to those people who are already in some sort of esoteric, unusual kind of like relationship and all. So what could be the spiritual karmic answer to that? So I hope that a rule which I have set to watch this video is clear. So yes friends, now after this we will switch our discussion to the narration part to understand the nitty-gritty of this combination. So friends, you would have understood the whole context of this discussion. Question comes, why Venus remembers betrayal? So see, Venus is not merely the planet of love and pleasure. In karmic astrology, Venus is the memory bank of emotional contracts, who we trusted, who we surrendered, and where harmony was violated. When betrayal occurs in the past incarnations, this could be in the form of the romantic, this could be financial, this could be moral, or this could be devotional. It leaves an imprint, not as memory but as a pattern. So these patterns generally resurface as fear of intimacy or over attachment, idolization followed by disillusionment, repetition of triangular relationship, love mixed with guilt, sacrifice or silence. So see, now onward in this video, we will follow a sequential decoding path like D1 chart, Rashi chart, which tells about where betrayal plays out. The D9 chart or the Navāṁśa will talk about why the soul chose it. And Nakṣatra-level, it will tell about how the psyche repeats or heals it. So friends, to start with, the whole psychology of the Venus in betrayal, if you will put the flavors of the in-depth psychology as well, betrayal trauma fractures someone's trust and the self-worth simultaneously. And the concern is that Venus governs both. When Venus is karmically burdened, when I use the term karmically, I will explain you all combination of that. So when Venus is karmically burdened, love becomes a test, not a refuge. Desire is mixed with fear of loss. Beauty triggers pain instead of joy. Spiritually, betrayal is not punishment, it is unfinished emotional karma seeking conscious integration. So if you have to understand, like, I will explain you all combinations of Venus in the D1 chart. And again friends, I have already laid the ground rule that if you have this combination, that does not mean that you will be betrayed. It's just like that if you're already in a situation, it will give you a proper insight. You can retrospect on a karmic, on a soul level, that where is it coming from. So okay, starting with first Venus in the Rashi chart, in the D1 chart. Like, if you have to understand the stage of betrayal, the birth chart shows how betrayal manifests in this life. So for example, if you have Venus in the fire signs like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, so the general theme is going to be about betrayal through ego, dominance, or impulsive choices. Like in the past life, this could be a case that love was overshadowed by ambition, conquest, or pride. In the present life, there might be sudden breaks, very fiery attraction, which will lead to abrupt endings. And the general psychology with this combination of Venus in the fire signs is, I must win love or I must leave first. And the healing key for someone with Venus in the fire signs is humility in love, patience, and devotional service. Friends, when we talk about Venus in the earth signs, like in the Taurus, in the Virgo, in the Capricorn, so the general theme could be betrayal through material or duty comforts. Like in the past life, love could have been sacrificed for wealth, status, or responsibility. In the present life, financial dependency, or you might be like, this might be running as a pattern that you only attract those people in your life, or you get involved with those people where there is a transaction. Like, it could be a case of a transactional love. The general psychology is love is somehow gets correlated with security, fear of emotional loss, and the healing key for someone with Venus in the earth signs is redefining worth beyond utility. Now, if your Venus is going to be in the air signs like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the general theme could be betrayal through words, promises, or indecision. Like in the past life, there might have been multiple bonds, half-truth, or intellectualized love. In the present life, there might be those concerns of ghosting each other, or being in a love triangle, emotional distance. And the psychology is, if I don't feel too much, I won't be hurt. And the healing key for someone with Venus in the air signs is emotional honesty and commitment to truth. If you have your Venus in the water signs like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the theme is deep emotional or spiritual betrayal. The past life could be, or the person might have witnessed abandonment, secrecy, or devotion unreciprocated. In the present life, it will manifest through obsession, savior, victim kind of dynamics, and the psychology is going to be of love as sacrifice and pain mistaken for depth. So the healing key is boundaries without guilt. Now friends, if you have to see the same Venus from the lens of the D9, like Navamsa, the soul contract. So Navamsa reveals why the soul chose this Venusian wound, why it is happening. So an afflicted Venus in the D9, and when I say afflicted, this could be combust, this could be in the Leo sign, this could be in the Cancer sign, this could be conjunct with either of the nodes, which I will explain it to you. So an afflicted Venus in the D9 chart indicates unresolved relationship karma, often points to vows broken, forbidden love, or moral compromise. The soul reincarnates to feel what is once caused or ignored. A strong Venus in the D9 but weak in D1 just talks about past betrayal has been spiritually processed. External relationship trigger pain, but inner wisdom exists. This is the signature of late but conscious love. If Venus is with Saturn in the D9, love might have been delayed due to karmic debt, betrayal in a previous life involving abandonment or duty over love. Current life demands patience, maturity, and responsibility. Now, friends, now it will get much more deeper because now we are going to be involving Nakshatra as well, the emotional script. So, Nakshatra show how betrayal repeats itself psychologically. So, for example, if Venus is in the Adra Nakshatra or Jyeshtha Nakshatra or in the Mula Nakshatra, it talks about destruction before renewal. Like in the past life, there might have been concerns of harsh truths, emotional cruelty, or uprooting bonds. The pattern is about love arriving through crisis. If Venus is in the Purva Falguni or in the Purva Shadha Nakshatra, it talks about excess pleasure or indulgence karma. Like in the past life, choosing pleasure over loyalty. And in this current life, the pattern is going to be attraction to unavailable partners. If Venus is going to be in the Rohini or the Hasta, so attachment and possessiveness is going to be the theme. The past life might be about like clinging or control or fear of loss. And the pattern which will repeat in this lifetime, suffocating bonds or betrayal through dependency. If Venus is going to be in the Revati or in the Purvabhadrapada Nakshatra, it talks about the spiritualized suffering. Like in the past life, there might have been devotion without boundaries. And in this lifetime, the pattern will repeat as martyrdom in love. Like, completely sacrificing yourself in love. So friends, in the classic Jyotish, like it has been repeatedly emphasized that Venus afflicted by malefics represents violation of harmony. Venus connected to nodes, which we will soon discuss, is about past life relationship entanglement. And Navamsa affliction of Venus talks about soul level relationship lessons. I always say like you have to see and approach astrology as a lesson, karmic lessons, not all the time about prediction or doing a remedy and trying to like fix something which seems to be beyond your repair. So, and even friends, in case of the Nadi traditions, they go even further, stating that Venus carries emotional residue, not just desire. So, how you can break the cycle, like from betrayal to bhakti. So, betrayal karma heals not through avoidance, but through awareness. Like the psychological integration is observe patterns without self-blame. Notice repetition, not the person. This is very important. Not the person, notice the repetition. Because it's our planets, it's our own energy which comforts us or which betrays us. People are just the phases. And you have to replace fantasy with presence. And same is the case, friends, when we talk about the spiritual remedies. So we say that the Friday Venus discipline like fasting, donating white things, charity, donating sweet to the young girls could be one of the remedy. Like reciting the Bij mantra of the Venus can be done. And the devotional art, music, bhakti, bhajan, seva to soften the Venus without any attachment. So friends, the insight over here is that when Venus matures, love stops demanding proof. The soul no longer asks, will you betray me? It asks, can I remain whole regardless? So every Venus in betrayal signature is a teacher in disguise. It teaches you self-worth beyond approval, love beyond possession, and beauty beyond pain. When Venus heals, relationships stop repeating karma. They begin expressing conscious choice. So friends, any discussion on the Venus betrayal signature combination alignment is not complete without including Rahu and Ketu, because it's the involvement of Rahu and Ketu which makes it karmic, which can make someone get entangled into a loop. So now let's include Rahu and Ketu and try to understand the past love versus future desire. Why some loves repeat and others collapse. So friends, now onwards, we will try to go one layer deeper than the standard Venus analysis. Here Venus alone is not enough. Rahu and Ketu decide whether love becomes a trap, a test, or a liberation. So think of it this way, that Venus tells about what the soul wants to experience as love. Rahu tells about what the soul is hungry for but does not understand. And Ketu tells about what the soul has already exhausted. So when Venus touches this axis, past life betrayal becomes destiny level repetition. So let's include this. Let's start with, for example, how can you see Venus and the Rahu involvement in the chart? So the illusionary betrayal loop. This can be labeled as the illusionary betrayal loop. Like, I will finally be loved if I reach this person. That kind of mindset. So the origin of this is, obviously it will come from the past. So past life theme could have been love chosen over ethics, desire over loyalty, emotional manipulation, secrecy or glamour based attraction, being the desired one but emotionally unavailable. The soul learned how to attract, not how to sustain. The psychological signature of this combination is Venus and Rahu in the chart is obsessive attraction. Love will require the validation, fear of abandonment masked as passion, repeated triangles like love triangles, secrecy or long distance, or this could be forbidden love. Rahu amplifies Venus into addiction, and it will manifest as, like, the manifestation pattern is going to be sudden intense beginnings, like public image is going to be very well kept, very well preserved, but there is going to be suffering in the private life. Betrayal feels fated, not accidental, and the native often says, this always happens to me. So this is not bad luck, this is unfinished desire karma. Like, what kind of clues you can get from the D9? So if Venus Rahu combination repeats in the Navāṁśa, it talks about marriage itself becomes a karmic testing ground. Love arrives through scandal, instability or obsession, and the soul is forced to confront illusion directly. And the healing insight, like if you have Venus Rahu in the D9, see, Venus Rahu is not healed by finding better partners, but by removing self-worth from desirability. You have to remove the self-worth from the desirability. So when desire no longer defines identity, Rahu loses power. I always say that if you actually have to tame the impact and influence of the Rahu Ketu, be a witness to the life rather than a controller of the life. And friends, let's include other end of the karmic axis, which is Ketu. So how can Venus and Ketu in the chart tells about the cold betrayal and the withdrawal? So see, this will give rise to this kind of mindset. I have loved before, I don't need this anymore. And the origin of that, the karmic origin of this mindset comes from the past life. Like, love deeply lived, then lost. Betrayal experienced, not caused. Renunciation due to pain or disillusionment. Emotional exhaustion. The soul learned detachment through hurt. The psychological signature of this is like emotional numbness, difficulty trusting attraction, sudden disinterest after closeness, and guilt around desire. See, this is not avoidance. It is emotional burnout from previous incarnations. And the manifestation pattern is relationship feel pointless, partner complain of distance, late marriage or in certain cases no marriage, love redirected to spirituality, work or solitude. And friends, what kind of clue can you get from the D9? Like, for example, strong Venus in D9 and like Venus and Ketu in the D1. So see, the soul has already processed relationship karma. External love fades, inner balance exists. Marriage may still happen, but without dependency. So, see, the healing insight is Venus Ketu does not need fixing. It needs permission to love again without fear or loss. Love must be chosen consciously, not karmically. So friends, like for example, what I have explained about Venus Rahu, Venus Ketu so far, there might be combination which could happen through aspect, through opposition, through parivartan, exchange yoga. But let's say for example, if Venus is getting directly hit on the Rahu Ketu axis, so the most powerful past life betrayal signature, when Venus sit exactly on Rahu or Ketu or tightly conjunct, love becomes the main karmic battlefield. Relationship accelerate spiritual growth through pain. If Venus is with Rahu, betrayal through illusion, desire, fame, sexuality, and soul must learn the discrimination, vivek. If Venus is with Ketu, this could be betrayal through abandonment, silence, withdrawal. Soul must relearn engagement without attachment. And see, the direction of this axis, like if you have to actually understand who betrayed whom. So if Venus is closer to Rahu, the past life must have been native caused emotional confusion or harm. In the present life, native will experience chaos to learn accountability. If Venus is closer to Ketu, in the past life, native suffered betrayal or loss. And in the present life, native withdraws as protection. Nadi Shastra traditions emphasize this directional logic very strongly. So friends, see, even if you have to include like nakshatras over there, like in this combination in the direct axis. So if Venus is in the, like Venus Rahu, they are in the Adra, Swati, Sadbisha. It tells about intellectualized betrayal, emotional detachment masked as freedom. If Venus Rahu is in the Purva Falguni or in the Purva Shadha, this tells about the pleasure karma, attraction without responsibility. If Venus Ketu is in the Jyeshtha or Mula, it talks about the emotional uprooting or sudden breaks. If Venus Ketu is in the Revati or in the Purvabhadrapada axis, it talks about the spiritual withdrawn or sacrifice in love. So friends, if I have to synthesize this Rahu Ketu axis and its influence, its contribution coming into the Venus, I would say that the Venus Rahu combination in your chart just tells about that in the past, the relationship choices were very desire driven, which led to betrayal and obsession. In the present, discernment is needed, which will lead towards conscious choices. If I talk about Venus and Ketu, it talks about that in the past there might have been withdrawal or concerns of the emotional distancing in the relationship. Now, if you actually want to be mature now with this combination in the present life, so love without fear of losing. So friends, see, the thing is, Rahu betrays through illusion, Ketu betrays through absence, and Venus suffers until it learns the balance. So when Venus steps off the Rahu Ketu tug of war, love stop repeating, partner stop triggering wounds, and relationship become optional, not karmic. So friends, at the end, if you actually have to read Venus betrayal in any chart, the very first step is check Venus's dignity or affliction in the D1. It will tell about how the betrayal will manifest. Step 2 is check the Venus in the D9. It will tell about whether karma is repeating or resolving. Step 3 is check Nakshatra of Venus, because it will tell about the emotional script and trigger point. And the last step is overlay the condition of the moon. Like obviously with all of that, if your moon does not have a pakshbal, it is of like new moon, then obviously then it will become very difficult to rebound, to come out of it, come out of the betrayal. So that means overlay the condition of the moon, because then it will tell about the trauma versus the resilience to deal with it. So friends, eventually, ultimately, I will end it on this note that Venus betrayal karma does not mean you will be betrayed. I have already said that clear right at the beginning of this video, and I'm repeating it. If you are watching this video, you are very young, you are very impressionable, so don't consider if you have these combinations in your chart, do not see it as a symbol, a sign of betrayal. It means the soul must redefine love from fantasy to truth, from sacrifice to balance, and from attachment to presence. When Venus heals, relationships stop hurting even if they end. So yes friends, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. Once again, it's a research platform. We all learn from each other. Let's say for example, God forbid, but if you are in a difficult kind of like love relationship and you have certain combinations the way I have explained in the chart, so do verify that like in the comment section so that we all can learn from each other. So okay friends, for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.